Floyd Mayweather mocked Canelo Alvarez after his loss to Terence Crawford. He said Canelo is no longer the same fighter and that people have always overrated him. Mayweather mentioned that he trusted Crawford from the beginning and proved it by betting a large amount on him. The bet worked in his favor, and he walked away with big winnings. An X account even shared the receipt, writing, "Looks like Floyd Mayweather walked away with a bag after he bet $50K on Terence Crawford to beat Canelo." After the defeat, Canelo Alvarez still showed confidence and calmness. He praised Crawford's skills, calling him a great fighter who deserved the win. But Canelo also made it clear that he is not done yet. Even with the loss, he stressed that he feels strong and mentally ready for what's next. By saying he is willing to face Crawford again, Canelo showed his fighting spirit is still alive. His response reflected a competitor's mindset who refuses to quit, especially when his pride. Reporter Ariel Helwani quickly posted the official result on social media, confirming what many already expected. He tweeted the official score. Terence Crawford defeated Canelo Alvarez by UD 116 to 112, 115 to 113, 115 to 113. The unanimous decision showed that the judges saw Crawford as a more consistent fighter in most rounds. Even though the numbers were close, the outcome proved Crawford had better control of the fight. Helwani's update spread quickly, making it clear that history was made when Crawford beat one of boxing's biggest names. The scores showed that this was more than just a win. It was a smart and disciplined performance that secured Crawford's place among the sport elite. Teofimo Lopez, known for his bold style in the ring, praised Crawford for the achievement. He said this fight brought together two of the best, and the right man won. By calling Crawford a top 10 all-time great, Lopez showed how huge his victory was. For him, Crawford's style, composure, and execution proved he wasn't just a winner of the night, but someone who was making history. Praise from an active champion like Lopez makes Crawford's win even more meaningful in the boxing world.
From the beginning, that if you go back, and I know it was a lot of years ago, I get it, but you have to have something to point at. If you go back to when he lost his first fight, of course Canelo I'm talking about, to Mayweather, it wasn't just that his hands were too slow, his feet were too slow. And he's in there with a guy with quick feet and quicker hands. You know what? It doesn't matter how big he is. What did Ali say? Your hands cannot hit what your eyes cannot see. That was tonight. It was great.
Let's put some context on this.
It was great.
Let's put some context on this victory first. A year out of the ring. I think it was like 13 some odd months out of the ring, okay?
Yeah, really?
Yeah. 2 weight classes. Think about that.
Yep.
He had surgery early at the beginning of the year. Surgery on the shoulder surgery, right? Not sure which one. And to come in here and to put on that type of performance against Canelo that actually is coming off a performance, right? You expected Canelo to be sharp. He was sharp. However, what Crawford did was he took the air out of the ball.
Yep.
He used this. That's what boxing's about, people. It's about this. Strategy. That's what he had. He used his feet. He understood Canelo every single movement. That's why Canelo couldn't land any shots on him. He knew it was coming. He knew that the looping right hand was going to come from the southpaw position. So what did he do? Hold the phone. He knew that the hook to the body was going to come. What did he do? Block, and he shot up with counters.
One of his great assets that we don't hear about enough. One of those things that are not so easily as immeasurable on paper, but it's eyes, vision.
Focus.
We know the physical ones we talk about and we understand so easily. Speed, power, quickness, legs, all that stuff. But eyes, the radar. This guy's got infrared.
At the press conference after the fight, Canelo Alvarez was asked about facing both Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford. His answer caught attention when he compared the two. Canelo admitted that Crawford impressed him more, especially in the later championship rounds where control and sharpness matter most. He stressed his point by saying, "I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather." This bold remark not only praised Crawford's performance, but also started debates among fans about how these two legends truly compare in boxing history.
Community.
In terms of his prime, how can you gauge it?
Doesn't matter. We saw a great fight tonight, did we not? That's all that matters. 2 guys risked it, and the better man won tonight. That was Crawford.
Terence got it right. Is there no need for a rematch, or do you want to see running back? Because it was pretty good, like you said.
No, it was it was really good, actually.
Yeah.
So it's up to the jam. He's a jam. He can do whatever he wants.
What do you think happens with Canelo next after this?
What happens to Canelo after this? it don't matter. He's made a big statement for not only Mexico or the pride of Mexico, but for all Latinos right there. So he's done a great job for himself, man. Nevertheless, Crawford is on his way, continuing to create greatness.
Mentally.
What's up?
You called it for Crawford earlier. What did you see to make you call it like that?
I know boxing. I just know stylistically. I've been in the gym with, I've shared the ring with Canelo, and then I see that. So
They were saying that if he beats Canelo, it could put him as even the greatest of all time. What does that put him in the all-time list, man?
at least top 10.
At least
yeah,
top 10?
10 or top 15,
Yeah.
easily, you know? There's guys that we may not know of or heard of, like Henry Armstrong. Simultaneously, he was 3 divisions carrying all 3 weight divisions at the same time.
Which performance was better? I don't like to compare them, but Crawford or Mayweather's over Canelo. Like it's just different.
It's just different styles, different looks, you know?
After the loss, questions about Canelo Alvarez's future started to grow. His words and body language suggested he might be thinking about retirement, especially since Crawford's win shifted boxing spotlight. The fight was described as Crawford giving Canelo a lesson, using ring IQ and adjustments to take over and claim the belt. This win is already being called historic, with Crawford seen as one of the greatest fighters of this generation. For Canelo, the defeat raises doubts about whether his time at the top is finished. But for Crawford, it confirms his place as a new face of modern boxing.
In the world of comparisons that we live in right now, if you can, compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Was going to create history. I told you guys this before he fought Sean Porter. I said that Terence "Bud" Crawford can beat first ballot Hall of Famer and superstar and legend Canelo Alvarez. I've been saying this for years, that Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez. And tonight, he did just that. He did just that. Not only did he beat Canelo Alvarez tonight, but he arguably retired Canelo Alvarez, who after the fight, Canelo Alvarez stated that he's done everything that he needed to do in the sport of boxing. When asked, do he want a rematch with Terence "Bud" Crawford, Canelo Alvarez said, it's no need. He gave no indications of a rematch. And Canelo Alvarez stated that he's a Hall of Famer, he's a winner, just being there made him a winner, right? And he stated that he's done everything he needed to do in the sport of boxing. That's what he said. Canelo Alvarez got schooled once again. I told you guys, styles make fights. This style, this particular style of boxers and counterpunchers and movers has historically given Canelo Alvarez problems. And as I told you guys, right? Terence Crawford can fight any which way he chooses to fight. He's just that much more versatile. And everybody didn't believe me. They said I was tripping. Canelo was too big. He gonna knock out Terence Crawford, right? He too big, too strong. Terence Crawford get hit. Terence Crawford don't box, don't move. And I told you guys, when Terence Crawford wants to move and wants to box, right, he can. And he would, right? And guess what? Terence Crawford, I told you guys, when he fought the likes of Victor Postol, right? Y'all said that, oh, he don't move that much. I said, did you look at his fight with Victor Postol? Did you look at his fight with Jose Benavidez? Yeah, well, those guys ain't Canelo Alvarez. And I told you guys, it doesn't matter if they're Canelo Alvarez. It's about Terence Crawford's ability to be able to maneuver around and box in every which manner he so chooses. If he wants to incorporate that style that he boxes and moves, he could. And what did he do tonight? I said Terence Crawford could fight at every level. Didn't I tell you guys that? I said Terence Crawford can fight in mid-range. He can fight on the outside. He can fight on the inside. Canelo Alvarez cannot. Y'all asked me, why aren't you talking about what Canelo Alvarez could do great? And I told you, because we know what Canelo Alvarez is going to do. He's going to fight. He's consistent in who he is and how he fights. Period. I told you guys that.